everyone, welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and as always, thank you so much for the support on the channel over the past couple of weeks. It's truly getting to a point where I'm just going to have to thank you guys every video, so that's what I'm going to do in every single intro. If you are enjoying the content, please do subscribe, and if you do like this video in particular and you're new here, please do like and subscribe as well. Now that all that out of the way, let's get into the intros. This is episode 3 of the Journey to Diamond. If you didn't know what this is already, please do go watch the first two in the playlist below. This is a series where me and my friend John try to go 2v2 all the way up to Diamond. I'm currently Plat 1. John just dinged Diamond, but we're going to continue to get there because I have to get there as well. And I really enjoy playing with him. Also, I normally wouldn't say his name, but if you've watched the past couple episodes, it's literally just right there, so I don't really have a choice now, do I? Decided to go with that Steam generated name, I suppose. But he will be playing the HRE today. I will be playing the English. We will have over here as the Abbasid player, we have Mulgry, sure. And then 1, 2, 3. So honestly, even a simpler name as the Malians. Now, the game plan was pretty simple. We saw Abbasid and we said we should all in them. As the English player, it's pretty. That's pretty standard for me at this point. I will say I'm trying to get a little bit better at transitioning either an all-in. If I say I'm going to do feudal age heavy aggression, but also start to build up behind that. So try to get some better infrastructure going on. Better pretty much everything in the back end. I can improve a bunch on a bunch of different things, but so trying to also make sure that I have a plan behind that as we go. As you can see, here's this is all mine, so I'm just kind of waiting patiently for the food to get here. I should probably have maybe one less. Now the gold's good. I think I just run out of sheep here, which is the real issue, and I've already started to produce wood, so I should maybe just have the other person over here, but. Definitely not a perfect build, but in Platinum, it gets the job done. And if you just keep producing villagers, you'll continue to climb even higher. I swear that's literally that's exactly what you want to do. Now, in this gameplay, obviously, I had to fill the first 5 minutes, and honestly, I've gotten even better at that. I've been casting. I did my first ever cast on Rising Empires. If you've never seen that league or Discord, I would highly recommend it. They have 3 different leagues. They have a 2v2 league that has a bunch of pros in it. They have a low Elo legend, so anyone on the ladder can compete, which is really fun. You get to be casted on Twitch. And then they also have a War Chiefs Club league, which is more like very high-level players enter in 1v1s. So I was casting that, which was an absolute blast. Look at all those idle. So I just gave up and just like, I have to go to wood because I'm out of sheep. And here comes the sheep delivery. But the damage already done. At least my council hall is already out. And I decided, you know what, screw it, I just need some extra wood anyways. But that being said, would highly recommend you go check them out. And the next time we'll be casting is May 27th, I believe. I will definitely tweet it out, so if you're not following me on Twitter, also follow me there, and I'll make sure to tweet out when I'm going live over there. It's been an absolute blast. I casted with Tim yesterday, and he was a lot of fun. To cast with. I had a really, really good time. Tim, if you watch this video, please do comment and let me know. Tim will eventually have a channel or something for me to link you to that he actually uses. He promised me in that yesterday, so we'll see what happens there. Now getting into this gameplay, do you guys like this map? Just a big old cross. You can obviously eventually cut through if you really are so hell-bent on it, which could be a very good way to really do some sneak attacks. I believe the game before this we were on the same map, and John got absolutely roasted by someone using this like little divot here and this little divot here as the English player, and just fled man-at-arms into his French base. It was really rough. We have Minework Palace going down here for John. This one, I mean, I don't really see. I mean, this one would be a little bit too close to the opponent, so I can get that. But this is just going to get food and wood, so hopefully he produces a lot of horsemen and stuff like that, because that's what he's gonna be able to afford pretty easily pumping out of this. Oh, sorry, that is my bad. I'm so used to seeing Arcane Chapel. Minework Palace, so we are going all in for the lads. That's what I said to him. I was like, we're going all in, so I think that's why he went Minework. I still think Arcane Chapel is the better move, no matter what you're doing, honestly. It's after watching a lot of the pros do it, I think Arcane Chapel is probably the better move 90% of the time. Not that this is a bad, not that this is bad by any means. You can get really, really early upgrades, which I think is what John's going to be going for here. The opposite player is just kind of, we have the Culture Wing up, so we're going to be playing that playstyle of trying to get that boom. As you can see, the Longbowmen are already out. The opposite player is scouting these already. And I'm going to be producing a ton of them. I probably should have put this Council Hall over here. Just for faster reinforcements. But besides that, sorry about that. I just couldn't get I had something in my throat. I couldn't get over it. We moved past it. Probably has something to do with I casted 7 hours yesterday. So, but the last video has been doing so well, so I decided to give you guys an extra day before I went into this next video. And I also wanted to make sure that my voice was in a really good spot to make sure I could actually cast this whole thing and not be any impact at all. We have stables coming out here for the opposite player, which is going to be really good for them. If you are against the English, go for these horsemen. It's really, really hard for them to deal with. And I should be putting down a preemptive barracks knowing that those are coming, but I did not, which is unfortunate for me over here. I will say if I can curl into this wood line, that would also be very nice. I think it's far enough away where I could just stand in it and get a lot of kills. But instead, I go look for the gold. Nothing over here. Nothing. Unfortunately, I take the long way around. I believe I scouted this over here, which is I wanted to stop. So I could stop the opposite player from getting enough stone to actually get a second TC. That'd be huge for me. So that was my thought process here. But seeing it from a high level, I could have done much more damage before even the first horse was out if I chose the other route. I don't think I even get this one. Nope. I do not. And I decided to run my scout all the way over here. And I should have just moved right onto the Malian player. That's what I should have just kept going right around. I'm going to lose a scout, which is really faux pas, honestly. I should not have done that. I will get a gift, though, it looks like. And I'm not watching. You know what, you'd be happy, though. Look at those resources. They're really far down, so I wasn't watching for a reason. But I still might get the same gift. Do I dive? Oh, I do, but I'm going to lose one. So my gift is taken away from me, but that's because I'm trying to eco behind this. I put a farm in a very unfortunate spot. I've decided that this was the best spot for it. Oh my god, like what? Like, I think in the game I was just making it look symmetrical, and I didn't even look over here. I have this one lonely villager over here on gold. I need another house ASAP Rocky. There's the barracks because I see the horsemen. I know it's going to be an issue, and as you can see, they're already coming out in full force. What has John got going on over here? We have the Minework Palace, not really getting many upgrades. We have the Wedge Rivets level 1, which is always really nice to get. We have a smattering of people going all the way around. I don't know. I think he's maybe coming over here to help me with the Abbasid player. I love this little like drive-by wall over here. We have a TC going down over here. So this Abbasid player going for the classic, just naked, just boom. Even though they see this aggression, they see this many archers, and they've still decided that this is the move. I don't want this fight. Please, Beyond, pull these back. No. Okay. Continue to move back. So the Abbasid player sees this and is like, you know what? We got to do this right now. Anyways, I do love this TC placement, though, for the Abbasid player. But a lot of villagers on stone, which makes me think they're going to go for even another one, which is a bold choice when you see the Minework Palace and this many units over here for the HRE player, and this archer mass over here. For me, though, I should have sprinkled in more spearmen. They're on their way, but they're not there yet, and I can't take on 5 horsemen just yet. So if I waited just an extra minute, I would have been totally fine. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to test my luck. I know I'm going to test my luck because I always test my luck. We have Wheelbarrow coming out as well. They're going back to the wood, which is nice. There's 1 spear, so this won't be as bad as humanly possible. If we can get 2 spears over here, we should be okay. Look at me go. I'm learning. See? You know what? We're getting a little bit better. Just slightly better. And I'm econing behind this and trying my best to make sure everyone's doing something. Here I go again. I'm going to try to harass. I see this next town center. Do I dive for this one villager over here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everyone in lower elo and even high elo has felt that. And he's gotten another one up. Okay, we get one. We do lose a spear, though, which is really, really bad for this over here. I should back up again. Losing another one over here, but we have the spears coming in hot. We have more and more spears over here. And as you can see, I've just started to spam it. Okay, I really should put another production building down. I know this now. Another barrack should be right here. But at least I'm still making villagers, right? We can take small wins. I believe I should assess the situation soon and realize we have John over here hanging out. Absolutely has a very massive force. What's going on over here? We have the farm transition, another stable going down. So John doing better than me for production building, which is always really nice to see. We see the Malian player coming over here, which I believe I communicate to John pretty quickly once I see him, which I don't see him just yet. We have my solo stragglers just still coming over. We still have nothing, only just one production building yet. Where are you guys running to? Another farm. We do have the blacksmith back here. Again, pretty proud. I'm starting to get better. Even honestly, just having to do this series is forcing me to think about these in-game to make sure that I'll be okay. I am pop capped again, which is a major issue. Now I see this and I'm like, hey John, they're attacking me. There goes a scout. But I do have a decent amount of spearmen that can at least provide a somewhat of a front line that would allow me to at least get some picks here. And I start to focus these archers. Now, I think I'm yelling at John. I'm like, yo, hey, John, they're both over here. And and clearly, it's impacted him heavily. He does not decide to dive or anything like that, which, I mean, I guess there's not really any place to dive at this point. They just stopped making villagers, or they did. Yeah, I guess they just haven't made villagers in a while. So there's not really much for John to do, so in his defense. I got really nervous over here, but that was just a scout. So John keeping the Malian player intact. We have this Forward Sahara Trade Network as well to protect this gold base. Pit mine, which is nice. I have a pretty large force, and I get very lucky. Also, the audacity at Malgary. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this town center right in this is face. Like, that's insane. Do I have this coming in yet? I do not, unfortunately. And we're starting to float some resources, especially gold. Do I see this in time? Hello? Hello? Operator, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Someone wake up. I'm producing enough people. Oh my goodness. This is just going to go up. And now I finally see it. A little bit late there. Jesus. Like, hello? Okay, well, now we're just taking out some. We took out 3, but we need to back these up because that's a lot of. That's how I'm going to protect against these forces. So I think we're going to lose at least 2. Yeah, there they go. Which is the range is pretty high. So hopefully back here, there it is. I'm producing siege engineering. I'm like, I need to get some rams down because there's no way this dude just took this in my face. John just preparing for the same thing over here. I love this for him though. He's just been hanging out. He's just been chilling. He's been econing away. He's got the houses going down, another stable. I still only have 1 production building, maybe 2 if you count this. So really got to start to use the wood a little bit better. Trying to push a little bit more further in. We are waiting for that technology to come down, so for me to get enough wood as well. There goes finally the wood upgrade. So a little bit delayed on that for sure. And when I mean a little bit delayed, I mean like very delayed. But the opposite player going 3 TCs, which is quite crazy. And John just going all in. Look at him go. Honestly, at this point, I'm still like, I'm trying to get the Rams. I think he's screaming like, I already have them. And I'm like, okay, good luck. You got this. I believe in you. This is a very good composition into this Malian player. And there's nothing really that this Malian player can do, especially once this tower goes down. With that going down, it's going to be really rough sledding. Another tower over here. As you can see, the Red Horde just mashing up over there. The early man-at-arms are going to be doing a lot of damage into this. Those javelin throws are not what you want in this competition right now. But there's this many towers and this many archers are going to be able to thwart that. So I think he communicated that pretty clearly to me. He was like, hey, I got through, but not, I did some damage, but not like too much. And the Malian player's in a pretty good spot, but there's a lot of idle villagers just hanging out in these things. And now I've decided that it is my time to shine. And these horsemen are not enough. So I'm like, okay, well, hopefully I'm still producing. I'm stopped producing units. This is not good. We're floating way too much food right now. We should transfer some of these. We should angle this back to the. Okay, we have enough wood though. We have plenty of stuff. We just don't have what we need. I'm trying to be cheeky and pick off things one at a time, trying to draw them out again. But now the rams are coming out. John has his safety wall, which is really nice. He was able to kind of he did a little bit of damage, but also keep these guys here, which is really nice and allow me to really focus in on this Absid player. We do not have any production for me at the current moment, but at least I'm trying. And there we go. I sense it now, and there they all come. Okay, that's a little bit aggressive. I saw I had some extra gold, so I was like, why not? Again, production buildings. Next time you'll see them. But this Absid player, absolutely unreal. The absolute fortitude to think that this was going to work out. This forward TC, the audacity is I can just feel it from here. Throw this one down in my face. We are absolutely ravaging these villagers. It is absolutely unbelievable. That was a barbecue. And now they all popped out. And now they do that little clump thing where I started to shoot at them again. But I've gotten this archer mass now, which is just too much, right? Look, once you get to that 30s, 40s, 50s, like, you can't even get anywhere close to it. And now this one's just catching strays just barely. Gonna finally go down. I decided to take out this stable because I'm like, this is so annoying. This was causing me so much damage. And now they have production buildings at the back end. So I've started to produce even more. Still no production buildings, but I have enough farms. So we're cruising. As you can see, I have plenty of resources. That's not the problem. If I had 3 more buildings, I would be a-okay. I believe I do realize this eventually, but I don't think in any reasonable amount of time. Now, if we go back here, it looks like John was thwarted off again by the Malian player. But John's on 2 TCs at this point, and now I'm doing lots and lots of damage to this Absid player. And I continue to fall back, and I'll continue to just... So I got the 1 TC, so I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. I know that I'm in a really good spot, and honestly, I see these resources, and it's screaming Castle Age to me for some reason. I'm like, you know what, this would be good. And here comes the Malian scouts, the warrior scouts, so annoying. But honestly, they've given up over here. I asked John, do you need any help? He says, absolutely not, I'm going to be good. He has the Burgrave Palace now as well, so he should be totally fine. That tower is going to be really, really nice. So then the audacity to put it back up. I'm like, there's no way this guy's going to try this again. And I just absolutely have another barbecue. And now we have both sides over here. These man-at-arms are going to be able to tank for a long time for me. So I'm going to be able to flatten their tanks. Here comes the scouts. But the scouts are not very good. They're not very armored. They're not like a good front line. So at this point, the TC does go up. So I decided to back off again. I have to back all the way up again. But now we're starting to stream in. I've finally started to get some production buildings as well. Because I'm like, okay, I need way more stuff to counteract this. But the good news is that they weren't able to take their warrior scouts over here. So now John's able to take down this mass over here with his Castle Age men-at-arms. And he'll be able to counter push because these archers are going to do absolutely nothing into this force. So I believe I made the call out again. I'm like, hey, they use some warriors over here. The warrior scouts, so like, feel free to just go after it. As you can see, I'm like, you know what? I'm the English. I'm so annoying. I can just easily, I can just do the most annoying thing possible. And this, they went, what'd they go for their age? They went military wing to try to save Grace a little bit. Here comes the camel riders. But once this puppy goes up, it doesn't matter what they do, right? Like, I'm going to be able to have a fortified position right up here. And we have a lot of rams, so I decided to use them as more of like a pseudo tank. And I pull back the villagers. I don't know why we're going melee range with these archers, but that's okay. But the man-at-arms in here are going to be really, really helpful. I decided to pull back these villagers, but now all these archers are out and about. And now the man-at-arms are getting onto them, which is not good for him at all. And now these longbowmen are able to really, really cook. Here comes the rams. The villagers are going up, and that white tower's in range of this town center, which means it's going to go down for sure. We have now a knight coming out, and the Malians are back to help their boy. And I'm like, no, stop this. And these man-at-arms are still doing so much damage, and I start to really just pepper this force. We're at 41 archers at this point, so these warrior scouts are going to do absolutely nothing to me. And once this white tower goes down, I'm going to be really, really good spot. John has thwarted off this, and he started to build even more land snakes and man-at-arms. And now I'm starting to dive with these man-at-arms. So now, at this point, we're taking out all the forces up front. I still can't believe this guy tried to do another TC in the face, which is a wild move. And now we're starting to take out everything, right? This is when I start to peel back, because I'm like, okay, well, let me just hold on 1 second. And even more damage is done. There it goes. And yeah, now the white tower's down. We can start to get some upgrades in here. Still floating a ton of material resources, but at least we have some more production at the very minimum. Not enough, but at least more. We have plenty of archers on the way coming out. Going to be pop cap soon as well. These rams need to be doing something besides doing the random dance in the background. We have is this? Oh, that's the other opponent. I was like, what is happening? So the opponent is the absolute player is going in here. John with a huge attack going forward. The land snakes going in. We also have the men-at-arms with the maces, it looks like, going in right onto this Saharan trade network. We have the prelate doing a wall over here with the relic. I love that. Is going to scoop up a few of these Musafati warriors. It looks like they were able to sneak in at the end right there. I've decided to be like, you know, I'm good for now. So we're going to go back into this one. We have some more cavalry. And these men-at-arms, these Catholic men-at-arms, are just so tanky. And none of this in the army is designed to take this down. And John's really starting to really produce a ton. Another, this town center over here. Just tons and tons of production buildings. The facility of John. And over here, we have 6 rams coming in with a decent force. I don't think I have any castle age upgrades just yet, but they should be on the way eventually. But now John's getting into this pit mine and doing a lot of damage, and I've decided to just go all out for this. And there's no way any of this is going to be enough. Even with these knights, I have enough spearmen to do plenty of damage, and we still have a critical mass of archers as well. So even with these crossbowmen for these men-at-arms, it's not going to be nearly enough because the DPS back here is untouched. They're not even castle age just yet. And here I go, I see all these villagers again. It's an absolute barbecue again, unfortunately, for these villagers, for the Abbasid player. They've been doing more attacking rams than they have been farming, which is never what you want to see as a 3 TC player. And all that villager lead is getting absolutely crisped right here. And it's an absolute field day. And the damage is being done. I'm still producing tons back here. So now that second town center is down. And now you just go, okay, now we just have to take it down the actual landmark, and we should be good to go. The villagers are fighting back as best they can. John over here is still diving with all these men-at-arms, just doing so much damage over here, and the knights up top. We have age 4 being dropped in their faces. John with the absolute Chad move going on. The sacred site being captured. The Abbasid player finally surrenders. So both of us drop our forward landmark keeps in the opponent's bases, and it turns out pretty well. If I see an Abbasid player, I'm gonna go feudal age aggression into an all-in type of strategy, especially if they're gonna have the audacity to drop a town center in my base or in my face like that again. If you guys are enjoying this horrendous gameplay, please do drop a like, and if you enjoy the commentary over it, let me know. And also, if you'd be interested, let me know, and maybe I can convince John for like episode 5 or maybe episode 10 to do a live gameplay with me where we're both in the recording. So let's see if we can get that going. But again, thank you so much for all the support. Have a great night, and if you are enjoying, please do subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much.